guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about makeup brushes and every brush that I think are essential in your makeup collection, brushes that you use on the daily. So this group of brushes is probably my most, I dropped one. They're probably my most used brushes. These are the ones that I travel with whenever I am traveling, just because I know that these guys are going to hold up and work really well for me. Most of these brushes are Sigma brushes. Let's see. All but two are Sigma brushes. So you can tell that I really enjoy Sigma brushes. They're very high quality, great price, and you just can't go wrong with them. Number one is this Sigma flat Kabuki F80 brush. This is what it looks like, and it's flat, as you can see. It is a Kabuki brush, and it's dirty. I apologize. I didn't want to clean my brushes before I did this video because I'm lazy, but I mean, it shows that I'm using them, right? One thing I love about this brush is the fact that it is pretty, I don't know, wide of a surface so that you can really buff all of your foundation, and I use this with liquid foundation, and it really does a good job at blending when you come down on your neck. This brush, let me pull up how much everything is. So this brush is $24. It says it's their top seller. It has a rating of 4.9 out of 5 on Sigma's website, and you can either get them in this chrome silver little accent, or you can get it in a copper accent. So instead of having this be silver, this could be copper. So kind of like a rose gold. Hints to this parts of the brush that I don't know the name of. The second brush I'm going to talk about is the Sigma F86 tapered Kabuki brush. This is what it looks like. It is pointed at the ends. Here, I'm trying to get all the concealer out of it. So it is tapered at the end. It kind of comes out and then tapers off to a point, and the point is pretty even all around the brush. This is a very sturdy brush. I use it for concealer, for blending concealer in underneath my eyes, just because I feel like, here, let me compare. So this is the Sephora number 57 Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush right here, and you see the difference in, yes you do, you see the difference in size. This is technically a concealer brush, but I do use it, but I feel like I have to use a less amount of product because I feel like I'm just like streaking it across my face. So I can only do like a dab of it, and then I can blend it in just so it's not too much concealer, and this just looks streaky. You just pat. You don't have to like swipe. You just pat it into your skin, and it gets, the point gets right up underneath your lash line so that you don't have to streak it on your face, and it just blends really great. So on the Sigma website, this goes for also $24. It also says bestseller. It is rated a 4.8 out of 5, which is great. It also comes either with a silver section or a chrome, not a chrome. That's what this is called. It either comes with a silver section or a copper section right here. Copper looks a little nicer, but it is the same price. Is it the same price? Why didn't I get the copper one? I thought it was like way more expensive. So moving on, the next brush that I have to share with you is also from Sigma. This is the Sigma Powder Blush brush. It's the F10, and you see that it is tapered at the top of it, at the point, so it does kind of feather out and then come to, you see how it's like thinner right here. So this is a great brush. I use it just for patting on, blending on powder, blush, or I guess you could use it for bronzer as well. I just like the little tapered section to get like right on my cheekbone. If you go like, if you put it this way, it's a little long, so I like to make sure that it's angled so that I get the blush where I want it. This brush also goes for $24. It is also a top seller. And it comes in It comes in silver and copper for this little section as well. And I'm actually kind of butthurt that I did not get the copper section on the copper accent instead, just because they look a little like fancier. The fourth brush I have is the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. It is also tapered at the top of the brush. This is great for highlighters. So you just dab your brush in the highlight and it's a great pat, like you just pat it into your skin. I'm actually wearing Becca Moonstone right now if anyone's wondering what that is. But you just tap it onto the high points of the cheek, down the nose, and I love this little tapered point because it gets right on your cupid's bow, like right there, and it's not too much product. I bet this is going to be $24 as well. $24 for this brush, and it's also a top seller. All my brushes are top sellers. It has gotten a 4.9 out of 5 review on the website, and it does come with a copper accent as well. The next brush I have is actually not a Sigma brush. Shocker. This is a Real Technique stippling brush, and I recently discovered this brush to use for bronzer. It's really nice at blending bronzer. Like, I don't really use stippling brushes all that much, but I got tired of my... I don't know where it is. I felt like the bronzer went from here to like here, kind of give me that like beard thing. This is kind of a smaller surface area of a brush, and you just blend it in and it looks great with this brush. I highly recommend this brush because I feel like it just distributes the bronzer so easily and so much better than other brushes that I've used for bronzer. Oh. So on Amazon, you can buy this for $4. Yeah, so at Ulta, you can get this brush for $9.99. It got a 4.5 rating on Ulta. The only thing I don't like about this, like, the way that this brush is, like, made is, do you see how this, like, section gets fatter? So I have the Sephora, I don't know, Weekender or something. I have that case that I carry when I travel, and so it has this little brush section. Can you even see me? I'm still here. This brush section, and so if you see these little bottom pieces are exactly the same as the top, like as the top area. So when I try and put this in there, the bottom, because it's so much fatter, it won't fit through the little brush holder, and so I just kind of have to stuff it in there and hope it doesn't like ruin the brush. So that is one downside to these. I do enjoy like the Sigma brush handle a little bit better just because it's even all the way around, but I get it. Real Techniques is trying to make their brushes look different than other companies, and that's great, but it's just too damn difficult to fit it into those brush holders that I have. Moving on, there's a hair on my hand. The next brush is the Sigma Surprise Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. Everyone and their mother has talked about this brush, I feel like, and it's perfect for getting into the crease. This is what I use to buff out all of my crease colors, just because it's not necessarily like pointed at the top, but it is domed, and so I feel like it's got a very precise, I mean, it kind of is tapered at the top. I don't know if you guys can tell that. Like, do you see how it's got a little bit of difference between here and here? This is great for blending out any crease color that you have. Every time I think of the Sigma E40, I think of this song. To protect them. There's an ad. Every time I hear E40 or I talk about this brush, I just think of that E40 You and Dat song. So this is the Sigma Soft Focus Shader E52 brush. So it looks like. It's actually kind of a big like lid brush because I feel like it's like fills your whole lid. I don't know if you can see that. That's like the size of my lid. But it's really great for packing on like pigments or glittery eyeshadow. When I was dancing to that song, I accidentally hit the caps lock. I got a little too excited. Did I even tell you how much the other one was? No. This brush, this E40 brush is is $16 on the Sigma website. It got a 5.0 rating out of 5 on their website, which is great. And it's $16, and it also has a little copper accent. I think all of these brushes have the copper accent in them, that like as an option. E52 Soft Focus Shader Brush. Seriously, doesn't have a rating? I don't think that's right. I think my internet is messing with me. Does this not have a rating? Okay. This E52 shader brush is $16 as well. Also has the copper accent option. The next brush I want to talk about is the Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush. Jaclyn Hill talks about this brush all the time. Right underneath your lower lash line, just packing a shadow underneath your lower lash line. It gets right up in there, and it doesn't apply too much product where you don't want it. It is not a blender brush though, so like, for example, if you went like this and you just kept like smudging it out, like this would not work. It would just like create a really harsh line. If you wanted to, like the next brush that I'll talk about, if you wanted to blend it out, I would use a different brush. So this brush is a little more a little less expensive. It is also a top seller. This is $14. Why? Oh, it does have a rating. Also copper band available, same price. And it got a 4.9 on their website. So the last brush I have to talk about is the e.l.f. contour brush. This e.l.f. contour brush is $3. Like, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, I use this for like the outer V of my eye because I feel like it's just really great. It's kind of domed at the top. It's just a small, it's a little bit bigger than like a pencil brush, so it doesn't like add the product in just a small little area, so you can kind of blend it out in your outer V of your eye. I feel like it's small enough to get right in there and get the job done. Got a 4.6 on their website, $3. I've had these Sigma brushes for over a year and they've held up very well. Like, these brushes do not shed on me at all. I mean, you can pull and there's no hairs coming out because it is just so well made. And these are a little bit more expensive brushes. Like, I would say they're around like the new Bold Real Techniques brushes are around the same price, but I feel like these are just better quality. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see. Leave a comment down below, maybe tell me like what your favorite brushes are. Maybe I can try and like invest and try yours out instead. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.